This is a video I'm making to talk about and give answers to the 3 questions which have been posed to me about the Challenger disaster, the space shuttle. And so after reading this article, I have a lot of different thoughts and different viewpoints on some of these different questions. So I'm excited to discuss them. The first question that is given is, what could NASA have done differently to possibly prevent or have this disaster not be as large scale? And there are a couple different things that come to mind. The first thing, and I think the biggest problem that NASA had, was the decision-making process. And I think that this is something that they really just overlooked. They tried to rush things because, as we read the article, it talks about how the NASA managers and the people that are high up disregarded some of the opinions of the engineers of these space shuttles. And there were some challenges that were seriously overlooked. One big concern was the concern about taking off in low temperatures, and also the O-ring, right, and how that related to low temperatures, whether it would be able to withstand those temperatures or not. And that was really overlooked by the people higher up in NASA. And I think it's one big reason to why this was a problem. And in later years, it was actually this disaster that helped the process that NASA goes through become a lot more meticulous, right? And it made it so that now there aren't as many things that are jumped over or pushed. The second question is, what should Roger Boyce-Jolly have done differently, if anything? And I think this is a great question to think about, because Roger, we know him as a person that did speak up. Right? He spoke up and he explained his concern. He didn't think that the O-rings had been tested enough to make them reliable in those cold temperatures. However, the people he talked to, and as it was passed on up the links towards the top people, they said that there wasn't much to worry about. And so Roger may feel like he has done what he could do, what was in his power. However, I think that although he wasn't in the wrong for doing more, he did do what was required of him. I think he should have pushed further because he had his opinions. He knew that there's a possibility of this going wrong. And although he pushed somewhat, I think he should have pushed further. He may have been looked down upon because of it, but if he had done more and pushed higher, maybe gone up to someone higher in NASA and voiced this concern, it could have saved the 7 lives that were lost. The last question is, why do you as students, see, or what do you see in your future engineering professional responsibilities in relation to being both loyal to management and protecting the public welfare? I think this is a great thing to look at, especially with ethics and values intertwined with this, is what is our role in the world, and especially within a corporation, and where are we able to speak out, and maybe where should we sit back and trust the organization, trust those that are above us. And it's something that we need to think about, because usually as an employee, it's important for us to find our role and do well in that role that's specialized, right? And figure out the things we can, but then consult with those above us. However, if there's anything that would put employees or the public at risk, right, or any other things that aren't ethical to our standards or to the standards that humankind should have, then we must stand up. We should have our voice. We need to voice our concerns. Collectively, a group is a lot smarter than one individual. And so if the corporation that you're working for, whoever it is in the technical world, in the engineering world, is smart, they will listen to all the different opinions, find the best solution they can come up with, and go forward from there. So it is important for us to stand up, speak our voice when we feel it's right, and when ethically it is right. So those are some of my thoughts and answers to the questions. Thank you.